Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm sitting here in the dark in my basement practice space this afternoon here in the Detroit area. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of my thinking about what I'm playing for ambient music, how I'm playing and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this. The more I look at ambient music channels, and there's a lot out there. Some of you I've mentioned before on my own channel. And a lot of, when I look at other ambient music channels, the algorithm of YouTube points me to other, ambient music yoga channels. So there's so many people out there that are so talented. And when I look back at myself playing music, it's like, I think like, I don't know anything, I just really can't do anything. I feel like I'm not very creative and things like that. And one thing that I did notice is that my hands still shake. When I reach down and turn a pedal on or turn it off or go to put my hands on the guitar, my hands shake. Both of my hands shake. Now it's not from nerves, but it's a residual effect from the strokes that I had, and particularly the last stroke that I had, which was in 2016. I've never been able to get rid of it. Even now, my hands shake a little bit. So I noticed that in a video that I made a couple days ago to put on my channel, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't like the way that looked, so I'm just so self-conscious. And what I was playing was kind of crappy too. But here's my thing is, I've got to keep doing this. I could sit down here all day long and all evening long and just play music, and I wouldn't care really what I was playing because I'm just kind of doing it for myself. But when I play out in public, that's the issue. That's the problem that I'm having. Now, I've done live music yoga classes before where I've had my whole setup that you guys have seen before, my pedal boards, my synth, all four of my loudspeakers. I've had everything set up, the whole shot. And I'm never nervous when I'm playing because, especially in a yoga class, nobody's watching me play. They're doing their yoga practice. So I'm very comfortable playing in front of people. I'm not nervous at all. But my hands shake, and sometimes it does limit what I can actually do on the guitar. I've noticed that recently. When I've watched some of these videos back, I do record a lot of videos of me just playing guitar, just in case there's something that sounds creative and I think it's cool, and I'll watch it back and I'll try to remember how I had everything set so I can save some of that stuff. But, the more I watch myself, the more I just think, oh my God, I'm just not good. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? So here's the thing. On the 29th of this month, which is just coming up to just a little over a couple weeks away, me and my wife are going to lead a yoga workshop. Now, my wife and I have taught yoga for over 25 years. We owned and operated a real physical yoga studio for 15 years. And when COVID came around, we had to close it, and we just do some things online now. I still teach a couple of yoga classes around town live every week too. But there's been a lot of times where my wife would teach a yoga class and I would play some background ambient music, maybe a little bit of mantra and chanting in there as well. But this thing that we have coming up in a couple of weeks is an hour and a half away. So it's on near the shore of Lake Huron, about an hour and a half away from the Detroit area where we live. And there'll probably be like 20 people there. It's a beautiful place, though. They have a beautiful big banquet room overlooking their golf course, so it's very scenic and stuff like that. They have a lot of rooms that we can stay at. They're letting us stay overnight Friday night, so that we can have some time to get set up Saturday morning and get everything, situated and do a good sound check, a proper sound check before the workshop starts at noon. So we're going to be teaching yoga, some of the principles of yoga, and we'll be doing some practice for the first 3 hours. We'll be taking some questions and things like that if people have any. And the last hour, my wife's going to lead a very mellow, slow, meditative yoga class, and I'm going to play some ambient music. Now, the thing is that, I don't have a ton of gear, but I do have 2 pedal boards that I have to pack up. I have my 2 Bose L1 speakers and my 2 FR108 headrest speakers that I'm going to be using. Have to pack up all the cords. I'm probably just going to take 1 guitar, probably just take this, my regular standard tune PRS guitar, but I don't know. I'm thinking that I might want to take my baritone guitar too. I'm not sure. But it's going to, and listen, I'm 66 years old. So it's a lot of work for me to pack up all this gear, carry it up from my basement, pack it up into my truck, drive it an hour and a half away, unpack it, set it all up. It's a lot of work. And we're just doing this for like $500. So, just the gas and the time alone, our time alone is worth more than $500. I mean, it's easily worth $1,000 of just our time and effort in putting this all together. We've also done a lot of advertising it and things for that. But, anyway, so I'm thinking like I really need to get my shit together as far as what I'm going to play for this yoga class, because I can't keep just going on like I've been doing, which is just, the class starts, I have a couple of preset sounds on my MacBook set up, I start playing something, and I don't even know what I'm going to play. I just do it by intuition, just spontaneously. I don't know that that's the best way to do it. In the past, I thought that was a good way to do it because I could kind of get a feel for the teacher. Most of the times it's my wife teaching, but I have done some classes where a different teacher that I don't even know is teaching the class. So I thought it always was a good idea to kind of get an idea, the vibe of the teacher, the vibe of the room, who's in the room, the type of class it is, even the ambiance of the room and the tone of the room. Every room has its own tone, its own kind of feeling. So I always thought it was a good idea to just play off of that and just see what comes up spontaneously. But I've been rethinking that. I don't know that that's the best thing to do. So I thought, well, maybe I'll come up with some melodies, some type of melodies, and just to start off with, just have a few different melodies. Most of these things I could carry out for 15 or 20 minutes anyway. I could always add in some mantra, and I have been using the Arturia Analog Lab Pro software. I'm liking it more and more. I'm still not 100% sure of it, but I have about 20 sounds that I already went through and selected, so I will kind of whittle it down to maybe 6, 8, maybe 10 sounds at the most that I can use. Yeah, I just wanted to be an experience that forces me to get better at what I do, because I just feel like I don't know anything. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing this for anymore. Sometimes when I go out and play live, I certainly know what I'm doing when I'm doing it for myself, because it makes me calmer, it makes me less reactive, helps me to not think so much about things and worry so much about things. But I love playing live. I really do. There's so many places that I go to that I look at, like this place where I teach yoga. It's like a social club downtown Detroit. And they have a lot of different banquet rooms that they have weddings and meetings and things like that. Every time I walk into one of those rooms just to look at them, I just think, man, I'd love to play it in this space. I'd love to just see what it sounds like in this space. And this place that we're going in a couple of weeks is the same. You know, I've seen a few photos of it, and it's really beautiful. And I'm just excited to go to see what it sounds like, you know. But I want to make it a good experience for people too. You know, if it was me just by myself, I would just go and set up in some of these places and just play and maybe film myself playing and something like that. So I don't know. That excites me, playing live. It still excites me, even though I am feeling a big lack of self-confidence in my skill as a guitar player, and as, you know, not just as a guitar player, I can play chords pretty well these days. You know, I've gotten a lot of it back. I'm not still good at strumming rhythmically, but I can play chords. I can play bar chords. I can play, more melody lead guitar stuff. But I just don't feel like I have any creativity. I feel like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to just let go of it and just see what happens, you know. But anyway, so that's what I've been thinking about. The other reason why I'm doing this is because I wanna film some of me playing live. I have a couple of people in mind that I'm going to ask. I'm hoping that they will accept my invitation to come there and film me doing the live class, at least some parts of it. Also, the other reason why I wanted to do it is I wanted to film for all of you out there and show you how I actually have everything set up for when I'm doing a live music event, how I, you know, envision my sound system set up and what I'm doing. And maybe you guys can all give me some ideas what sounds good and what doesn't sound good. So anyway, folks, that's just it for today. I'm not going to play anything right now. I'm just getting warmed up. I just turned everything on. I'll try to play something next time. Maybe I'll make a video of myself, sitting down here and rehearsing for stuff. But I just wanted to talk today. I just wanted to get some of this stuff out. Anyway, folks, that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining. I did want to give a shout out to, hope I'm saying this right, Arnu or Arno, I'm not sure. I believe he's from the Netherlands. He's got a very small YouTube channel, a really cool guy, does ambient guitar stuff. I corresponded with him back and forth on the comments section of one of my videos. And I watched some of his videos. It's all in Dutch, so I don't really understand what he's saying, but the sounds are cool. And I believe he's also teaches stringed instruments. So I did see one video where he was talking about the dulcimer. And playing a little bit of dulcimer. But I just thought it's cool. And the other thing that I really liked about him is in a bunch of his videos, he's playing a 12-string electric guitar. And he mentioned in one of his comments the Byrds. And I thought, like, that is one of my all-time favorite bands from the 60s is the Byrds. Especially one of my favorite songs is 8 Miles High. I love the sound of the 12-string leads, and the sound is just mystical. And it's probably one of the reasons why I'm interested in ambient music today, probably because of some of that stuff that I listened to when I was a young guy, a teenager growing up and starting to learn to play guitar. So I wanted to give a shout out to Arnu or Arno. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I wouldn't even try to pronounce your last name because I think I know how to pronounce it, but I don't want to slaughter it either, so out of respect. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Arno or Arnu, from coming to us and joining our little ambient music community from the Netherlands. If you want to check out Arno's website, his YouTube channel, I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.